Okay, let's talk about the progress of our project. Where are we and what we have done so far? To remind you, we were talking about the project of creating a multi-band radio, transistor radio, which is having shortwave, medium wave and FM. We have succeeded in this. We have just done it on the breadboard, and we have actually modified a circuit for FM radio that was originally I have created it to work on 9 volts, and I had to change the resistors and make the bias again to suit the 3 volts, because the radio we are going to create is the 3 volts. There was a problem because we needed to have a box, and actually I found this old radio box. It is RF562D from Panasonic, and we use it for 2 reasons actually. The first one, it has beautiful string tuning system. You can see here, we are not going to create, it's going to be very difficult for us. So now we have this one ready here. Okay, it's beautiful and nice. Secondly, it's a box. It's very difficult to create a box, but we faced some troubles when we started to utilizing this thing here, because originally it was for Panasonic, and this was the circuit there. It is using an IC radio, EN7236. This is actually exclusive for Panasonic. It's a multi-band radio, and it has here another IC, TA7358 from Toshiba. It is an FM enhancer, so therefore I'm sure this radio was very strong when it comes to receiving of the FM. But of course the components are very little, because this IC needs very little components to be attached. Also the resistors are very small, and also the capacitors. You can see this is a capacitor here. This is a capacitor, ceramic capacitor. This is another one here. They are very small in size, as you can see. So we had to formulate a PCB like this size to fit in here if we want to use this box. Otherwise we had to make our box, and that's time consuming and difficult. It takes so much time, not to mention the time taken to find a box or plastic cutting and these things. So we have this one ready here. It is better to be used, but the problem is, as I said, we had to create a PCB like this in size and everything. So we made this one here. As you can see, we had to drill the holes here exactly like those holes here to fit the place, and make sure that the variable capacitor will come exactly at the point of location of the thread tuning system. Also the volume control should be in place. And there was another problem also, that if we want to use the speaker here, then we had to do the painful thing. You see, this is the speaker. Okay, so if we want to use this speaker here, because we will use the box, then we had to cut, unfortunately, from the PCB. Then we are going to lose space at this time. A very difficult thing to do, to give up this piece of the PCB, because we are in need of it, because our components are so much. Too many components that we have. We have the components for the medium wave radio. Actually, it's a shortwave AM radio, okay, that we have designed earlier, as maybe you remember. Okay, this is number one. Number two, we have the components, more than 80 pieces of the FM radio. Those are all the necessary transistors, the resistors to operate the radio on 3 volts. That's why we had these equivalents, that I made them by myself. It's not found in the market, so it was very difficult. But we succeeded. Now we have here an FM radio that can work in 3 volts. Okay. We also have the components, no less than 50 pieces, of the audio power amplifier. If we want to get full transistor multi-band radio. So as you can see, we have a lot of components. And we lost a space here because it's not an IC. This IC does not need so much components. But this PC here, it needs a lot of components. So we had to go through something very difficult, and that is to compress the space and utilize the spaces as much as possible to accommodate all the necessary components. As you can see here, of course we had to make some symbols, because that's very helpful in knowing the locations of components. Here we have now, we have the AM shortwave radio here, compressed into this short space, if you can see. It is located here in this small space. Okay, what is left? No much left. Here, from here until here, we will utilize this space for the audio power amplifier. This audio power amplifier. And the rest space left, actually this area, it is going to be utilized by the FM radio. We have multi-selector, band selector. The location here, we had no choice except to put it here if we want to utilize this box, as I said. See, this is the band selector. So this location is not helpful, because you will have to put some jumpers and the way. Your design is completely different from this design. But now we are in the middle of the way, we cannot go back. So the only chance that we have now to do is to compress all components to be accommodated in this PCB and face the trouble of drawing the passes and the wires of this congested PCB. There is something also that we wanted to create additional functionality, which will also increase the number of components. As you can see here, first of all, let's just only put things together, because we will put it in the box to see how much it's fitting right there. Okay, here we have this one here, volume control. And the volume control should be exactly in the correct place, otherwise it's not going to be going through the hole there in the box. Right, as you can see here, we need to put some components. This is the variable capacitor. It should be in place to be utilized by the box. Okay, it is here. This is the multi-selector, band selector. Okay. Okay. Let's continue on this one here to see if this is going to be of the correct size. This is the additional one. It is for utilizing the other outside auxiliaries to the radio. In other words, it's going to disconnect the radio and will only keep the audio power amplifier so that you put your auxiliaries from outside. I regret really to add this functionality because really the PCB cannot hold all these components. We will try to do our best to accomplish this PCB. You see here also you have a switch on off for the radio. I mean, that's the switch which can turn off the radio and turn on the audio power amplifier, or vice versa, like this. Okay, we're not going to forget the antenna foil, the antenna coil. Here's the antenna coil. As you can see here, this is the box of the radio. Okay. Yeah. Now it's in place. Okay. Here. We drilled another hole here for the jack that's going to be used for the auxiliaries. And here we have the switch. Quite difficult. Okay. Very good. The first thing you're going to do is to check. I don't know what's that thing stopping it from. Seems to me that the wire here is making some trouble. Okay, no problem. So the first thing you're going to do is to check the compatibility of the band selector. It's working absolutely good. And here, as you can see, this is the volume control. Okay, it's working very beautifully. It's going to be very beautiful radio once it is finished. Okay. The problem is the space here. This is for the earphone, and this is it for the auxiliary, any auxiliaries from outside, and this is on off auxiliaries. Okay, it's going to be down for the radio, up for the auxiliary, or vice versa. I don't know. That is going to be decided later. Okay, so here we are. I'm sure this is going to take so much time, but we are on it. And we have to complete. We have to complete.
On our first day, you and me.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام. قصر لي صوت الراديو لا أنت.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام. حياك الله يا محمد.
كيف حالك؟
من وين تكلمني يا محمد؟
من محايا العسير.
اوه جاينا اتصال قبل شوي محايا العسير.
ايوه جاي اتصال ما ادري والله. لا انا عاتب عليك.
اي لا. ليش؟
زعلان لا. انا ايش
جاء الخبر للنبي.
النابوت الان تمام اینها به این گستردگی این فیلم دست به دست شد.
أراضي رملية ومش عارف إيه.
والله أنا صادقة.
ليش؟
والله صادقة. بالذات وأنا عاتب الهيئة. إيش ما سوينا فعاليات مثلكم.
يقولون سووا لكم مهرجان شتوي.
مهرجان واحد مهرجان.
waxba ka maqal ha yeeshee way soo saari karaan haddii ay si daacadnimo leh u baaraan kitaabka oo kitaabka ahdiga cusubna wuu caddaynayaa in masiixu uusan ahayn wax bilow leh oo isagu wuxuu ahaa wiilkii weligiiba oo zabuurkan labaadna waxbaridda waxaa haddaba hadalkii qaadanaya iminka ilaaha aabbaha daa'imka ah.
من رحاب مسجد السيدة نفيسة رضي الله
Peki arpaya İngilizcenin yanından doğrusu yok değişti o. Kaç lira?
sini da yusnakan barnaamij girnin kastigid dinamaka mangomo sirili yabak sunehi aka sai sini da yusuf sunehi muhimmaka taqomu sinili
오늘 빠질로 리니아무 정말로 저거야 보고 서쪽이네 서쪽에 이야기 봐고
nos garçons
现在两条外国的小公里呢，往往走出去出去去啊，
شنو بالله الله على بني كابتن في سعودية التاريخية منطقة فمقل تقع في قائمة الميراث الثقافي العالمي يونسكو والآن نترك من التاريخ
其他小客车质量指标通过摇号。
15万人，汉语课程班次平均年增幅达到40.3%，专用办学场地面积平均年增幅将近34%。为何非洲孔子学院发展如此迅速？马建飞认为，
非洲孔子学院融入当地的程度非常高，本土化的程度非常高。一开始发展就非常注重本土化特点，主要体现在2个方面。一个方面呢，就是教师。
Or friends of a similar preference, or you know.
越来越多的来到非洲，越来越多的来。There are some problems.
بدلنا تسلو هشتر متهم بفساد ضرورتی محکوم به
قوانین
میتونن این است رو با فلسطین هم این مسائل ما
برنامه simbolo del 그렇지
欧亚大草原早期游牧民。
kita po ay bunlehan adalat li kita po hat kubdah hat ubiyahan to kita lagi dawadi manish
路线上有在
عشق سليبا سامي you.